How's it going, everyone? Ryan, what is up there with the notifications because my dumb butt failed to do this ahead of time. Plus, two, I kept putting it off because we just got home from Texas and I've been pretty tired today. But look what came in today. And of course, this is backwards. So we have the play button to unbox today, but we will wait for some more people to get on up into the live stream. And if we don't have that many tonight, that is totally okay because this is somewhat last minute. I wanted to do a live stream tomorrow, but this came in a couple hours ago today. So I figured today would be a good day to do it. And then I'm picking up the Tacoma tomorrow. So I will update you guys on the Tacoma in tomorrow's video. 10K service was done. Part has been ordered. And I will let you know everything that is wrong with the Tacoma. But Ryan, what is up? Welcome on in. Thor, how's it going? Invalid says congrats. How's that Land Cruiser? It's actually been pretty good. My wife has been driving it a little bit more than I have. Actually, I've technically put more miles on it because I drove it down from Virginia. But this is her new daily now, and she is enjoying it. Summer saying, hey, Uncle John, what's up, Summer? How's it going? You're so funny. Aaron saying, congrats from Canada. I have not ordered the wheels yet. I am seeing if some are on Facebook Marketplace. Some people do have some here, and I may be buying some 20-inch TRD wheels for the Tundra to potentially sell it. And in my mind, it kills me because they're not the platinum wheels that are supposed to be on the Tundra. They're TRD wheels, but I want to take the wheels and tires off of the Tundra that I have right now. I don't know. This road trip that I recently just did to Texas, nothing's wrong with my truck aside from the window seals still, which I need to get fixed. So they fixed the buffeting noise and all this crazy crap noise. But for some reason, my window seals now that are on my truck, they just make it sound like the windows are down. And if you put like a little bit of your hand onto the window, it goes away. And not that I ruined my truck, but like I just kind of don't want the Tundra anymore. And I really wanted to keep it. This is a video for another time. Anyways, everyone is getting in. The play button is here. I will say what's up to a couple more people as they come inside. How's it going? Bree says, what's with the Camry issues? Just ordered one a few weeks back. I haven't heard anything about Camry issues. I will need to look into that, but they are, maybe there's a hold for something. I don't know. A lot of these new vehicles that are coming out from Toyota, you know, it sucks, man, because Toyota has not had a lot of new cars in a while, and it seems like it's just new car after new car after new car, and then problem after QC hold. And it is not the best time right now, it seems like, to be a fan of Toyota. They will fix it. They'll make everything right, like they have for decades. But it just seems like it's just one hit after another. However, I do not know exactly what you're talking about with the Camry. Elijah, how's it going? Zach, what is up? Will you be getting an iForce Max Tacoma potentially here in the future? There are some things coming down the pipeline that may make that a good possibility for the channel. Jeff, what is up? How's it going? Thank you, Summer. I appreciate it. Luis, what is up? From Peru. Dang. Oh, it's probably early time frame there right now. Construction, masonry. Aaron, thank you. Thank you. Jamie, axle problems. Dang, on the new Camry? That's crazy. Turk says congrats. And Drone Tech checking in saying, hey, John, what is up? My videos got you out of trouble several times. I hope that's a good thing, Raphael. All right. Well, we have about 50 people in here. I'm not sure how many more people are going to come in or when you guys want to come in. But Jeff, what do you mean? My Trail Hunter is I think you pressed enter a little too quick. But I have not opened this. All I did was my knife just to undo it. But we will see what we have. There's paper, or a cover, it looks like. And congratulations on your subscriber milestone. We are honored to take part in recognizing. So this is the company that makes these YouTube things. So when you hit 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, you kind of have to search for it. Like, I thought that there was going to be something on my community tab, or not my community tab, but on my YouTube Creator Studio is what they call it, that would say, hey, congrats on 100,000. Here, click this link to get your play button. I literally had to Google how to do it, and then you put your channel information in, and they verify it, and then a third-party company sends this out. So it wasn't even like YouTube. But anyways, do you remember your first subscriber? I think it was someone in the military was my first subscriber, or I technically was the first subscriber. Your 1,000th subscriber, chances are you do. I remember a lot of the subscribers, guys, because a lot of you guys, I see the names over and over and over again, which I really appreciate. By the way, this paper is super thick, and here it is in all of its glory, all backwards because of the mirrored camera. But dang, look at that. You can see all the patches too on the board right behind me. But pretty sweet. Presented to TRD John for passing 100,000 subscribers. So very cool. Gonna find a place for this in my office. I appreciate all of you guys, even though there's not all 150,000 subscribers or 100,000 subscribers in here. There's only 70, but I appreciate you guys nonetheless. But I will continue to read this letter later. But it is from Neil Moen, the CEO of YouTube right now. So nice thick paper, very rad and awesome. So guys, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And we will continue the live stream for probably another 35 to 45 minutes or so, since it is a later live stream. But man, I'm actually just gonna look at it because I showed you guys it. Actually, let's take it out of the paper too. Gotta take it out of here. Oh, that's even shinier. Look at that. So it has like kind of some felt padding on the back. It actually looks pretty nice, kind of like machined and everything. It's not really that thick. It's just a little bit. So again, thank you everyone who subscribed. If you're not a subscriber, go ahead and click it. It's literally free, free. And if you don't want to subscribe and be a part of the channel anymore, it's all good. You can head out, go enjoy other content creators on YouTube, and help support them with whatever they want to do. But guys, thank you so much. Let's get back into the questions for another 30 to 45 minutes. Like I said, I hope you guys can hear me okay, because I am in the garage and we have our AC condenser over there, and then I have a box fan going over there. But Jeff said, dang, phone keyboard. My Trail Hunter is in allocation, and the wait seriously feels like forever. So I have seen a couple hybrids now trickling on in. Some dude said that his TRD Pro came in, and I have also seen my first pre-runner, I think. I just saw that on our Facebook page that we are running, which is very cool. Drone Tech says he called Westcott, and they are so busy that they can't even look at any different kinds of vehicles. Way to go on kicking ass everywhere you're blowing up. I appreciate it. Dang, that stinks. Yeah, so they have a bunch of Land Cruiser stuff in right now. I wish they were able, I believe it was a Ranger Raptor, right, that you were talking about in the last live stream. But man, that would have been really, really cool if they were able to get it. But they are, as big of a company as they still are a kind of mom and pop, smaller company, and they have a lot of orders and stuff to fulfill all the time. So I'm glad that they said that they can't, instead of trying to take your truck and keeping it for a while and never getting to it. So that stinks, maybe in the future. Jeff says, real cool. Florida Jake says, nice job. What is the next milestone? To be honest, I mean, yeah, it'd be cool to have, 200,000, 250,000 subscribers. But like the subscriber number, it's not like, this sounds crappy to say because we just celebrated 100,000, but like so many people don't subscribe to YouTube, and I'm guilty of it as well, because it's so natural and it just always shows up on my kind of like For You page and stuff, to where YouTube, they like subscribers and people subscribing to your channel, but they're not really like pushing it that much anymore. Like they push your channel if your channel gets discovered to people, but it's kind of not, I don't know. 250,000 is the next milestone, but I am all about just keeping it tight, keeping a good community around us. There are more haters in the comments and stuff, which means I guess you're either doing it right or wrong. I don't know. But people are coming to the channel and commenting BS, and you guys, awesome subscribers and stuff, are firing back at certain people, which is nice to see. At the end of the day, we just all gotta, get along and call some people out on their BS, but we'll see. Carlos, I appreciate it, man. Christoph, thank you so much. Let's celebrate and get the new Tacoma Trail Hunter. Let's go. That's such an expensive vehicle. Cordy says, important question. Do you like your 4Runner or Land Cruiser more? So the 4Runner has been on the channel for a long time. It's been on the channel for a long time, and it's bulletproof. It's solid. If it comes down to just driving, the Land Cruiser it's a better vehicle to drive. It actually has giddy up. It actually has power. The low end torque is nice. The nice new amenities are a pleasure to have while driving, like the heated seats with the AC, the dual climate control, the CarPlay. All that stuff is nice, but it has not proven itself yet. It does wear the Land Cruiser badge, right, which should mean something to Toyota. But I think the 4Runner will always have a bigger place in my heart. The headlights on that Land Cruiser look mean. So when the Land Cruiser came out, I was a fan more of the rectangular headlights. But now, I got dog hair, of course. But now that I own one with circular headlights, I think that the circular headlights are definitely the move. They look really good. Florida Jake says, spent most of my day off on the Tacoma forum. I really like the forum. Got to get the word out and get more 4th gen owners in there. I completely agree. And if you want, Jake, since you also emailed me, I can see if we are still paying new content creators to just make posts about their trucks and make posts about things that they see in the 4th gen Tacoma world or the space. But it is small right now, but as you noticed while you're on our Tacoma site, there's no ads about like kitty litter or a vacation or any other BS that's like using your cookies. It's all about Tacoma stuff, and it's derived from our Trail Tacoma website as well. So if you thought that forum was nice and interesting, head on over to trailtacoma.com. And we have tons of articles there and everything, and writers actually get paid $100 or even more per article that they write. So it's like a little side hustle if you were into that as well. Matthew, what is up? How's it going? He says, hey John, I'm in the market for some rock sliders, but I don't know which company to go with. Westcott, CBI, Cali Rays. I'm just looking and wondering why you went with Westcott instead of anywhere else. So for the Tacoma, if you're talking Tacoma, Matthew, I went with Westcott because I really wanted to do a build with Jeff Westcott, and I hadn't done like a full dedicated build with him yet. So that was one reason why I went with Jeff. But also too, he was the only one in the market at the time for the Tacoma. And yeah, I just wanted to give him my business. But it all depends on your budget, right? Cali Rays has a lot of rock sliders in stock almost all the time, and also they seem to be a bit more affordable than other rock sliders out there. And if you're just looking to use them, potentially bash them up, like they're gonna hold really well, because I had Cali Rays on my 4Runner, even though, didn't bash them a whole lot, but they still were pretty good. Never used CBI. I don't have experience with CBI. I would like to in the future, just to have other options for you guys for companies that I've used. Yeah, Westcott is pure quality. It reflects in their price, but it is quality and it's customer service as well. Not saying the other companies don't have it. That is just my experience through them as well. Bubba, thank you. I appreciate it. Carlos says, it used to be that you got a link on your dashboard for the button. Yeah, I didn't see a dashboard link at all. And for everyone that is just now tuning in, we already did the unboxing. If you want to scrub back in the video, here's the play button. You see all the patches on the wall right there, but here's the play button for 100,000 subscribers. Next goal would be 200, 250, 150. I don't know. We'll see where we get. If it ends up being 1 million one day, that would be ridiculous. That would really be ridiculous. I don't want fame and fortune or I don't want fame from YouTube. not fortune from YouTube either. That's from real estate and other stuff. But I don't need fame. I enjoy the community that I have. I enjoy being able to respond back to as many comments as possible. And I see those bigger YouTubers with millions of subscribers doing incredible things, which they're able to do more because they have more subscribers, which is awesome. But they are hardly able to get into the contact or the comments and stuff and reply back to a lot of people. However, they are still doing more life-changing stuff, even not in the comment section. So maybe that's the different side of it too, you know? Alan says they need to bring the Cavalry Blue back for the 4Runner. So they're kind of bringing it back in the form of Heritage Blue right here. So the new 6th Gen 4Runner will be in this color, Heritage Blue. I'm not going to get it in Heritage Blue because I like Cavalry Blue a little bit more than Heritage Blue. But I think Everest is calling my name if we do a new 4Runner. Paul says, congrats, John, on the way to 1 million. Mike also says, congrats, how's the Tacoma? I will be picking up tomorrow as I drop my Tundra off for service as well and to fix a couple things on the Tundra. Nothing like bad, but just some annoyances for the Tundra. So I will get the Tacoma back tomorrow, make an update video for you guys. Then we have some more Tacoma mods to do, tons of videos in the hopper for you guys. Will we see the Trail Hunter on the Sequoia? I would definitely get this one as the engine issues should be fixed by then. Hopefully they are. It's kind of crazy, the engine issues right now. And it's even in Lexus products. And I was reading an Alex on Auto's post. If you guys don't watch Alex on Auto's videos, he's very in-depth with things. So I thought his post was very interesting because he was saying in that post that he had confirmation that the Lexus engines are assembled in Japan and the Toyota engines are assembled here in America. But he's not sure yet where the particular part that is having those machining issues, if those are all manufactured in the same facility. But I don't know if we'll ever see a Trail Hunter on Sequoia. There are some dealers that have messaged me on Instagram getting early access to 2025 model Sequoias. And now I'm not sure if this is true or not, so I'll just say what I see from them because it's on the internet now, is that a potential 1794 may come to the Sequoia. Now that's not confirmed yet, okay? But I've always wondered why the Sequoia never had a 1794 edition. It had all the same versions that the Tundra had, but it never had a 1794, and it's also built at the same plant as the Tundra, so it would only be fitting if it did. But we shall see once official news comes out if that's true or not. Kobe says, glad you're sticking with the brand unlike others. So, funny you say that. So, I want a Raptor so bad. I want a Raptor so bad, and a lot of you guys don't know this, but when I had my white Tundra, and I was supposed to like get a TRD Pro afterwards, but dealers kept marking them up and they weren't coming in. I almost got a 2nd gen Ford Raptor in between getting another Tundra. And now I want like a 3rd gen Raptor just so bad. I think that it would be really, really cool to have a Raptor, but I'm not sure yet. So we'll see. Eventually there will be other vehicles on the channel if the channel like grows big enough for that. But what is that for? Oh, I did? Thank you. You scared me. You can't sneak up on me like that. Holy crap, dude. But yeah, I don't know. We will see. Bree says, do you think that there will be a Camry Prime or a TRD hybrid version? I think it'd be really cool if they had like a Hybrid Max version, that Hybrid Max that's in the Crown. If that was in a TRD version, that would be a ripper, an absolute ripper. It'd be really fast, really cool. But I think that a Prime variant will come to every single Toyota model eventually. I think that we'll see like a Prime 4Runner, a Prime Tundra, Tacoma, Camry, Corolla, like all of them. All of them I feel will have some sort of a Prime variant, and that is, I feel, Toyota's way of the future. They don't want to do full EVs. They just want to do like hybrids and ICE engines and stuff like that. Alan said, I just brought a 24 white Tier D Pro 4Runner and hope to have it wrapped Cavalry Blue someday. That'd be really cool. Definitely pay extra though if you can, and get the door jambs wrapped too, because the moment you open the doors, the white is going to show through. You could either wrap it in Cav Blue as well or black. I think that would look really cool. Matthew says, yeah, it wouldn't be, it would be for a 24 Tacoma, gotcha. So Mike says that CBI is right down the road from him in Idaho. I didn't know you're in Idaho, Mike, that's really cool. Rice says, love the content, John, when's the new Sequoia going to join the lineup? So if you go back in my videos, Rice, I'm not sure when you joined up on the channel, but I did have a Sequoia Tier D Pro for about 6 months. Now, I wanted to have that vehicle for a longer duration than when I had it. However, the views were starting to slow down because companies weren't making product for it like really, really quickly. And dealers just kept marking them up. They just kept marking them up like crazy. SR5s, Tier D off-roads, like the dealer greed was just dumb. It was just absolutely dumb. So it just kind of fell off on the channel, and it was just too similar to the Tundra to, like, I don't know, really, really enjoy. And there were just quirks to the Sequoia. So, I mean, for some people, they like the new Sequoia, and it works. And I'm not saying don't buy it. You know, if you liked it when you test drove it and stuff and you want to have one, go ahead. But it just wasn't a fit for us. And the monthly payment was like $1,200 for that vehicle. And I realized that it was kind of at its peak when I was kind of deciding to sell it. So I just sold it, made a profit on it. Some wholesale car company out of Dallas bought the Sequoia for 10 grand more than what I paid for it. And they were gonna sell it to some executive luxury dealership or something like that. I have no idea. So, but yeah, I had the Sequoia for a little stint of time on the channel, but it just really wasn't for us. My wife, she really enjoyed the Sequoia, but I honestly feel like this Land Cruiser, I enjoy a bit more than that vehicle was. It was full size, nice and comfortable, had a crap ton of power with that iForce Max engine, but I don't know, I just didn't feel like it was fitting that well on the channel. Clark Kent, Mr. Superman, says, I commend you. Thank you, sir. Sam says, John, congrats on the 100K. 4Runner, Westcott Sliders, or RSG. Both seem similarly priced. What do you recommend? Thanks for the awesome content. So I've met up with those RSG guys out at an event. They seem like really nice dudes. I personally have not ran their product. So again, I don't want to recommend product that I haven't had, but I've heard stuff in the past about RSG that people said that their stuff is really, really good. So just like CBI, right? They're obviously crushing it. They're doing good sales. I haven't ran CBI stuff myself, but people that have ran it said that they really enjoy it. So I always recommend Westcott stuff if your pocketbook allows it, because they are a more premium brand. But I have not heard much bad, if any, about RSG at all. So I hope that answers your question. Yukon says, LOL, getting the Tacoma back and dropping off the Tundra with a laughing emoji. Yes, it's called being smart, because the Tundra has a service for its 15K, or 6 months or 15K. So yes, drop one off and pick up another one. I don't understand why that's bad. Larry says, hey John, congrats. I'm still on the fence with to get a 5th gen 4Runner or wait for the 6th gen. If you were new to 4Runners, which one would you get? Man, that's kind of hard, because if I was new to 4Runners, which one would I get without being like, with the knowledge that I have with them right now? I guess like if I saw the issues, right, or was worried about future issues with the new Tacoma or the 4Runner powertrain or electronics inside of it, I guess I would probably pick tried and true, right, of the 5th gen. But the thing that would kind of stop me from picking a 5th gen, if I like was just looking at it solely of a vehicle and I knew how old the 5th gen was, would kind of be the price, because so many people are up in arms about the new Tacoma price and potential new 4Runner price, which I get. It's crazy. Everything's expensive right now. But what they're not complaining about is the fact that the 5th gen 4Runner is like 15 years old, and Toyota is selling them for $50,000-ish, depending on your options, right? High 40s to $50,000. I'd be more like, I'm feeling like upset if I spent close to 50 grand on a 5th gen 4Runner that's like 15 years old, and even the powertrain's older than that because it goes back to the 4th gen 4Runner, so almost 20 plus years old, with some updates and stuff here and there, right? But at the end of the day, it's proven itself. It's bulletproof. It's going to be worry-proof. So maybe that's part of the peace of mind that you're kind of paying for, I guess. And it will hold its value over time for sure, just like all 4Runners have. I mean, looking back at the 1st gen 4Runner, if you find a super clean one, it's like 15 grand, right? So there are a lot of 5th gens out there, but if you keep yours clean and stuff and you want to sell it in the future, it should really hold its value. But also from a drivability standpoint, if you test drove both the new one and the old one, I haven't driven a new 4Runner yet, but this is pretty dang close with this Land Cruiser on how I feel like it's going to drive. This smokes that. However, reliability is a concern and all that as well. So I hope that answered your question. I know that was a roundabout kind of way to go about it. But yeah, if you want tried and true, go with that one. If you want, you know, new potential issues, but drives a whole lot better and way more tech and everything, and most likely going to be a bit more expensive, then the 6th gen would be the way to go also. John, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Wayne says, brother, the new Tacoma sounds like a Dyson vacuum. Yeah, they're 4-cylinders. But they rip, dude. They absolutely rip. But yeah, they do sound a little bad. Hopefully, you know, actually, honestly, though, for a 4-cylinder, it has like a little bit of a kind of a grunt to it, just like the Tundra for it being a 6-cylinder. When you turn off the fake noise, it still sounds pretty decent. But yeah, it's not a V8 or a V6 in the Tacoma's case. But the turbo whistle, when you hear it, it sounds good. I hope to hear a little bit more turbo whistle from my Tacoma soon. Ben says, congrats. Thank you so much, man. All right, got you, Rice. If money wasn't an option, which one would you take, Land Cruiser Heritage or the new LC, just normal 250? So if money wasn't an option, then I would just get the top of the line one that will hopefully keep its value a little bit higher, right? Because it's a first edition, so over time, this one may sell for a little bit more of a premium than a normal Land Cruiser. But if money was no option, but I cared about my money, that sounds bad to say when I have this behind me. If you know what I mean, like I was a little bit more frugal with the money and didn't have a YouTube channel, let's say that, to help facilitate this, and I was just a normal buyer, I would just buy a normal Land Cruiser. I would just buy a normal Land Cruiser, wouldn't need all the fancy bits and all the upgrade packages and all that stuff, and try to get it around the $60,000 mark, right? Not a 58, that's, you know, $61,000 with a bunch of dealer add-ons and crap to it. You can just wait it out 6-7 months to a year. Once the market starts getting, you know, a little bit flooded with these vehicles and dealers aren't marking them up as high with extra crap on them, I think that's when the sweet spot of these Land Cruisers will really shine. And when the 4Runners also mix into the market too, right? When people now have options for stuff, I think that would be sweet. Yep, Jake says, love that. A little bit more on your SR5 as well, just because on my TRD off-road, I have sound deadening on the hood, and I don't hear it as much as like other friends' vehicles, or even some of the Tacomas that I drove out in California. Like some of those didn't have sound deadening on the hood, and you could hear the turbo a lot more. Thank you, Irving. I appreciate it. Tim, pickup truck plus SUV talk. Thank you, man. Don't let me catch you. Keep going on your end, dude. And yeah, maybe I'll catch you one day. We will see, but I hope I don't, right? That means we're both growing at the same time. But don't let me catch you. All right, let me get back to where everyone is. So many comments, guys. Appreciate it. For everyone that is now joining in that has not seen the unboxing, because we're at 100 plus people. We unboxed the 100K the YouTube play button, the silver play button. You guys can see all the patches on the wall in the reflection. Got a nice little letter from YouTube themselves, and it is gonna find a spot in my office. But I freaking appreciate you guys so much. All right. Showing up late, but congrats. All right, so I hope you were still in here when I just showed it. I appreciate it. Alan says, would you sell your Tundra to get a Trail Hunter 4Runner in Everest? I would not sell my Tundra to get a 4Runner Trail Hunter. So to be honest with you, I think if I do get a 4Runner, it would be a Tier D off-road, and potentially the hybrid right now is the one that I would be looking at in the Everest color. I really like that color. It's a brand new color, and I think that it looks really well. So that is my goal right now, is to be able to get that at the end of the year. We shall see. Ton of stuff coming down the pipeline. However, it's because I did mention this earlier on in the live stream about potentially selling the Tundra. I am looking at right now, and I'm waiting for them to email me back. They have not emailed me back. I asked for photos of the frame, photos of this horrible lift kit that's on the truck, but there's a 2019 Tundra TRD Pro in Voodoo Blue in Georgia. And I'm looking at it right now. It is going to be a cool project if I do this. And let me know in the comments real quick, guys. Even though we are a little behind on the comments, I want to just see like a thumbs up emoji or something like that. If you guys would like to see a second gen Tundra on the channel. Thank you, Tim. Oh, I hope you're still in here when you heard me say that. I will message you if you just popped in and popped out, but thank you. Anyways, it has a horrible lift kit on it. It's on like 21 or it's on like 20 or 20-inch wheels. It completely stands out. The truck is bad. The truck is very bad. The screen itself looks like someone just punched it, and it's completely broken. So the truck needs work. And I think that that would be a kind of cool thing, because I've owned a first gen Tundra and I've owned 2 third gen Tundras. And my only experience with a second gen was one that I test drove and I made a video about. And then I had a TRD Pro, a 2021, for a week as a press vehicle. And I wasn't overly impressed with it. That's just me. But I think if I have one and I'm able to modify it and just really live with it, I feel like it would grow on me a lot. So let me know with like some thumbs up emojis or something like that. If you guys would like to see a second gen Tundra on the channel. The whole goal was to have my third gen Tundra until the refresh potentially next year with it. But with these recent recalls and everything, it sucks because like a lot of people are like kind of getting scared and trading their vehicles in. But what that's doing is really making the values go down like significantly like fast. And right now my Tundra, I'm only like from what I bought it for, not what I owe on the truck, but for what I bought it for per KBB, it's gone down about $4,000, which honestly isn't bad, but I just don't want another year from now with, unfortunately, like whatever potential hiccups come, like they could now recall like from my, because my truck hasn't been recalled yet. They could potentially recall from my truck up to 2024s, right? And now my truck is in that loop too, making its value go down. I don't know. It's a crappy time. It really sucks. I really hate that this has happened, unfortunately. But I may, I'm kind of thinking about a second gen. So again, just let me know in the comments, guys, if you want to see that. Ryan says, Tim, what's up? Everyone's saying what's up to Tim. That's cool. AR says, congrats on the major milestone. It's only up from here. Keep up the great videos. I appreciate you. And like what this said, like, do you remember your first subscriber, your 100th or your 1000th or your 100th or your 1000th? I do remember AR commenting all the time too. So a lot of people that I see, a lot of new people as well all the time too. But it's really awesome. Replying back to Positronic says, yeah, that's what it came down to for me. I want to get newer tech. This is going back to like 4Runner versus new 4Runner versus old, I believe. Want to get newer tech, but I'm very excited about the iForce Max. If it's like the Tacoma, it'll already get plus 5 more miles per gallon better than an STI. It could also be the way you're driving the STI too, right? But yeah, it's true. I mean, the Land Cruiser, for it being like a block, like literally a block going through the air, 23, 24, like, yeah, it would be nice if it got more, you know, if they were able to throw a diesel in it and get like 30 miles a gallon, that'd be freaking nice, Toyota. But like, for it being that heavy and for the 4Runner to potentially get like 24 to 25 because it's a little bit more sleek and probably lighter than the Land Cruiser would be rad. You know, that's a lot better than the current 5th gen as well. Tyler says mods for the 4Runner. Hopefully to put some mods onto the 4Runner here soon, man. I saw another comment that I don't think, oh, Tyler's right here. What car does your wife drive? She drives the Land Cruiser mostly now. She may drive the Tacoma a little bit when I get back from the dealership tomorrow, just because she hasn't really driven the Tacoma a lot. But her choice of vehicle is definitely the Land Cruiser. Unfortunately, the 4Runner sitting pretty in the garage right now. All right. So what's your honest opinion on the OG 4Runners, though? I picked one up recently, and the look is growing on me. It reminds me a lot of an updated 3rd gen. So the thing with 4Runners is, and this is why the 6th gen is kind of like in people's minds right now, is every odd year, it's a legend. The 1st gen 4Runner, legend. 2nd gen, even generation, 3.0, head gasket issues, not that powerful. 3rd gen, everyone loves the 3rd gen. 4th gen, ugly. Ugly unless lifted, modified, had the V8, kind of nice, but not the best looking. 5th gen, legendary, gonna go down in history, very, very nice. 6th gen, 4-cylinder, hybrid, Hulk Hogan mustache, right? So I think that the 5th gen is awesome. Definitely underpowered. You need some sort of throttle enhancer. If you're not adding a whole bunch of weight to it, then the 5th gen drives totally fine with a throttle enhancer. And you know, it's solid. Mine is so solid. This is the one vehicle, because I even had some issues with my Silverado as well when I had that for like 2 years. I think I had my Silverado 2 or 3 years. I had issues with that. This 4Runner has been the most trouble-free vehicle we've ever had. It's been awesome. AR is saying that the wife is looking for a new Grand Highlander. I'm pushing for the Hybrid Max, and she's going for the normal hybrid option or hybrid Max. Do you recommend, which one do you recommend? Potential engine issues you may have heard. So I just saw that Kirk posted a video on the Grand Highlander stopping production. So I need to catch up on that. So my YouTube and my Instagram and everything is very focused around the body on frame vehicles like 4Runner, Tacoma, now Land Cruiser, Sequoia, Tundra, right? So the Tundra recalls, all the issues with Tundras, people's potential issues with Tacomas, the grill shutters, all this stuff. Like, that is what my world is. But I did see his video, so I should catch up on that, because that's kind of big, right? If that is now having issues with the 2.4, which people will allude to the same as the Tacoma, where it's the same kind of core as the Tacoma, but only like 53% of that engine carries over to the Tacoma. So I do need to watch his video. Grunt says next mod for the Tacoma. So going into that, we have Diode Dynamics, and this is all sponsored by Yodaverse. So appreciate Yodaverse. They are a sponsor on the channel, but we have Diode Dynamic fog lights going in on the Tacoma. OEM floor mats, because I just have carpet floor mats right now in it. Some AJT stuff going on, or it may be Miso Customs, I don't know. And some AJT stuff as well. Screen protectors, a couple other just kind of like interior bits, because we did just crazy insane modifications to the Tacoma like early. So now we're kind of doing like the smaller sub $100 bits onto the Tacoma, which are pretty nice. And then eventually we will be doing a full suspension kit and stuff like that on the Tacoma as well. And yeah, I was about to say something, but I don't want to say that right now. Cripple Creek says, congrats, John. I got to test drive a 5th gen 4Runner. Love the 6th gen, but the reliability and potential lower cost. Thanks for all you do, Chris. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, the 5th gen, it's going to be reliable forever, for sure. I'm impressed you can keep up with all the generations across the Toyota models. So I had a 2nd gen 4Runner. We've had, my mom had a Celica. My dad had an old Toyota pickup. So like Toyotas have always been in my like mind, I guess. And I just love cars in general. I had like a car binder as a kid. I grew up with Chevys, Fords, all that stuff. So like I know a lot about other brands and stuff as well. When you get into like the packages and stuff, I would have to research a little bit more for like certain things and whatnot. But for the Toyota models, I kind of, want to know it all for when I go to the events and stuff. Like if I get invited to go like see the new like RAV4, if they ever remodel that or refresh that, right? Or make a new generation of that. I'd want to know kind of like a little bit of history of the RAV4 with all of its trim levels and stuff too before making a video for you guys, so it's not just too much rambling and everything. Daniel says, oh snap, didn't realize it's a Q&A as well. Heck yeah, dude. Every single live stream will be a Q&A unless it's just like at a press event. But in case you guys just got in here, boom, play button right here. We will find somewhere to put it in the office, and I appreciate all you subscribers. You guys are freaking awesome. But the question that Daniel says is 2nd gen Tundra would be cool. I'm debating on getting one myself. MPG is no bueno though. Yeah, the MPG sucks. It's so bad. 14 in the city, 17 on the highway for that. My Tundra on 37s, we just went to Texas from Florida. I live in the Panhandle, so Florida goes down like this. We live in a Panhandle, and we went all the way to Texas, about 980 miles, I think, there, and obviously the same back. And I got 17-ish miles per gallon, maybe a little bit more, going there, which ain't horrible, and about 16 coming back. So not that bad of gas mileage. Obviously, it's not great, but not that bad for being lifted. 37s, a lot of rotating mass, a lot of wind up under the truck too, tons of drag. So the fact that, my truck's lifted, bigger tires, and it gets about the same miles per gallon that a stock 2nd gen would get is kind of crazy. However, a lot of people have been saying though that going from their 2nd gens to a 3rd gen, the 3rd gen tows a lot better too than the 2nd gen, but the gas mileage sucks way more than their 2nd gen does because turbos, when turbos spool up, turbos use gas. So turbos use gas for sure. Tyler says, are you going to get a new Tundra or will you get a new Tacoma? So I have both right now, Tyler. I'm not sure if you're talking like in the future, but when the Tundra is refreshed, I will get a new Tundra to see if it's worth it, to see if they fixed issues that they had in the past with it, to see if it still rattles, does it still have crazy wind noise, is the engine better? So I don't need any of these vehicles, right? Like I don't need them at all. It's just I enjoy to do this on the YouTube for you guys to see if you guys are in the market for some vehicles. I can tell that not a lot of people are in the market right now for a 3rd gen Tundra. So why should I have it on my channel anymore? And I don't like just dumping it because I really wanted to keep it for a while. But if I can tell that the audience, the pulse on the audience isn't there for it anymore, there ain't no point in keeping a car payment for that. Eventually though, I do want to grow the channel to the point where we are able to just get project cars, right? Like that vehicle that I showed on the live stream the other week, and I posted it to the community tab and it's still available. To where we could buy a fun car like that, right? It's totally not a 4Runner or a Land Cruiser or a truck or anything like that. It's like just a fun little car. I was on Facebook Marketplace earlier just BSing around. Some dude has a Toyota Trekker project that he is looking to sell. If I had a big, huge barn, I could just go buy that truck in pieces, put it in the corner of the barn, and we get to it and we make it into something. Which would be really rad. If you guys don't know what the Toyota Trekker is, look it up. It is what the 4Runner was before the 4Runner was a 4Runner. And he has it in complete pieces down to the frame, and everything has been, I believe, sandblasted and recoated. So essentially it's just putting the truck together. So having stuff like that would be awesome to have in the future. Glass City says, John, heading down to Sandestin in mid-July. Any good restaurant recommendations? Thanks, man. There's a lot just in Sandestin, and the whole Grand Boulevard area is right next door too. So if you're just staying in that little hub, there's tons of shops and bars and restaurants just inside that whole Sandestin area. Pizza by the Sea is good if you want pizza. There's daiquiri bars, there's Cajun restaurants and stuff. There's this one restaurant on the water south of 98 in Sandestin. I forget what it was called, but I had like some Cajun pasta bowl. Holy smokes, dude. It was really, really good. But yeah, you'll have a great time here. We're getting so many new restaurants and stuff all the time in our area, though. It's honestly hard to keep up because I love the restaurant industry, and we try to support as much as possible when we do decide to go out to eat and stuff. But there's just so many, and rent is like so high here that it's like a super good restaurant, and if it doesn't pick up steam, it's replaced by something else. It seems like within months. So. Yeah, and but I hope you have a great time regardless. It's going to be hot, but enjoy it. Andito says, stopping in to say congrats. I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Elijah says, what is the best suspension for a second-gen Tacoma? I mean, best suspension, you could go all out and get a crazy, $15,000 King setup if you want the best suspension. It just depends on what you're doing. A simple Bilstein 5100 kit, right? I mean, that is very inexpensive, and it's a good riding kit as well. I liked Old Man Emu on my third-gen Tacoma, and I believe second-gen and third-gen Tacoma have a lot of stuff in common. But yeah, I enjoyed the Old Man Emu stuff as well. I'm going to be trying out some Ironman stuff in the future. I have a call with them tomorrow to see how their stuff is. So yeah, hopefully I can get more options out there for you guys. I have Dobinsons on my Tundra, and it's been really, really high quality stuff. I really enjoyed Dobinson stuff, so they still make that brand that brand makes suspension for the second gen Tacoma as well. We got a new member. Heck yeah, dude! Thank you guys so much. I don't really talk about members all the time on my channel, but it starts like at $1, I believe, and goes up, I think, to $10. You guys do not have to become members. YouTube is a free platform. But if you guys want to support a little bit more, then you guys totally can. And every dollar pretty much of YouTube from members and donations and all that stuff, it goes right back into the channel, which is really, really rad. Especially in the future, there will be a lot of stuff coming for it. So I'm going to try to come back up to make sure that I don't lose a spot, because we're not getting actually totally too far behind this time, which is actually... it's a relief. It's pretty nice. Are you going to install a TRD Pro grill on your Tacoma off-road? I think in time I will, because people will want to see that. I need to message Cali Rays. Actually, I'm going to do that right now so I don't forget. Even though it's 8 o'clock at night, I am going to message them real quick, because they have a cool option coming for the Tacoma. So just a second. Typing in for some mods for you guys for the Tacoma. All right, so that'd be sweet. So eventually I think it'd be cool to have a TRD grill or a Trail Hunter grill on the Tacoma, because I feel like that would be a popular mod for people. But I honestly do like the normal grill that the Tacoma has. When the Tundra came out, a lot of people didn't like the grills, right? Tacoma, people aren't complaining that much. I feel like they executed the design really well. Ryan says, congrats, loving your channel. I appreciate it, Ryan. Thank you so much for the freaking support. Michael says, hello. What is up, Michael? What was your job in the Air Force? Justin says, I was an aircraft avionics, integrated avionics specialist was the name. Sounds super fancy, right? But I was an F-16 avionics technician. So basically radar, controlling like the missile system, the whole brains of the F-16, communication, flight controls, basically everything that allowed the pilot to talk, see, shoot, kill, and some comfort stuff I help fix. Wiring, box swapping, some hydraulics, not that much hydraulics. That was more of the crew chiefs. But I did that for 9 years. So I was in the Air Force for 9 years, Justin. It was a good job. I wouldn't not do it again. It's just the Air Force and all of the military has kind of changed a little bit. Part of me wishes I would have stayed in to speak up about some certain things, right? But at the same time, I am enjoying what I'm doing so much and would not trade it for the world. But I think everyone should, if they want and if they're able to, join the military at least for 4 years. If you want to go to college, your college is free. If you get injured or hurt on the job, you'll have VA benefits and disability for the rest of your life, which is tax-free. So I recommend everyone join the Air Force, even if it's, or any military branch, but even if it's not their, thing, because the people that you'll meet, the experiences that you get, the VA loan alone, right? Like, so you could buy a house with nothing down, is pretty rad. Michael says, dealer is asking for $36,000 for a 2016 Tundra TRD Pro with 75,000 miles. How's the reliability? Does offering 30 insult an offer? Offering 30? Go for it. What's the worst they're going to say? No? Offer it. Offer 25. But a 2016, that'd be a tan one, right? Quicksand. If it's not even quicksand, then, that's just kind of badging. But if you like the truck, go for it. 75,000 miles is absolutely nothing on that 5.7. The one that I'm looking at has 94,000 miles on it, and it's a 2019. If it looks clean, then it may have had a good owner. So yeah, I think that 36 for that low of miles, honestly, is a pretty okay price. But yeah, if you offer like 30 and you guys end up at 33, I feel like that's still a pretty solid price, especially if it is the Quicksand exclusive color for that TRD Pro for that year. That would be pretty rad. Tyler says, congrats on 100K. Can't wait for the 25 TRD Pro. Let's go. Marty, what is up, man? How's it going? Not sure if you saw the plaque yet. But boom. There it is, dude. Appreciate you always being supportive, man. It means a lot. Means a lot. Yasser says, I have a 2020 Nightshade 4Runner. I took it in for an oil change to a Toyota dealer in Arizona. I left the dealer and my truck started blinking with the check engine light. I took it back. They told me we fixed it and I left. Well, if they did not come back on, I hope they fixed it. One more follow-up. The dealer and the check engine light came on and they told me I need a transmission for $6,000. Well, I would tell the dealer, because it is a 2020, depending on the miles on it. Oh, I think it should be under warranty still for a powertrain. So that's kind of ridiculous if a 4Runner needs a new transmission. I'm not sure how many miles you have on it, but that seems very, very new to need a transmission issue. I would potentially take it to another dealership to see if they could diagnose it for you. Hopefully you're still within warranty. That just seems kind of outrageous for that. Devious says, how much money will you lose when selling your new Tundra? It seems like every YouTube is getting rid of their Tundras now. So I need to look back because I think the window sticker on that truck when I bought it was like 67 or 68, I want to say. And I got it for like, I think it was like 5K off or something like that, because I got it for basically the MSRP of the truck before all of the options. And I can't remember what I said in my YouTube video. I may have messed that up in my YouTube video, thinking back at it now. But basically they added a couple extra features and everything to the truck. So I need to look to see what I actually paid for it. I did put 20 grand down on that Tundra because we had sold the Sequoia prior to that. So the 10 grand that I made on the Sequoia, I put down on the Tundra. I believe I put 20 down on that Tundra. So I guess from what I bought the Tundra for, if I get 58 to 59 for the Tundra, I may have lost like 4 to 5 grand for what like I purchased, the purchase price. But with the amount of money that I put down on the truck and a year and a half of paying over the monthly payment, I am still very, very positive equity on the truck. I will not get every single dollar out of that Tundra. However, I guess if I include the YouTube content that I made for the truck, it'll offset and it'll be a complete wash probably. But if I sell the truck at like 58 to 59, I think I only owe, I need to look at the Toyota thing, but I think I only owe like 39, 40 something on the truck. So that should be very helpful, hopefully. Hippo Stang says, congrats on the YouTube play button. Is there a forum you'd recommend to see or for using to sell a 22 Tacoma off-road premium? Man, I don't know. A forum for that. I mean, you could try just Taco Nation. I'm not sure if Taco Nation allows classifieds on their Facebook page or anything like that. But I would just look at Facebook pages to see if there are any like Tacoma for sale pages or anything like that for people looking for them. Try Facebook Marketplace. That's where I've sold, honestly, my last couple of vehicles and whatnot. Or just see if your local dealership may just purchase it from you, right? Dealerships do just purchase vehicles. You may not get the top dollar that you would like for it, but dealerships are able to just, kind of purchase vehicles without needing to trade it in for anything. Sometimes that's a little annoying because they want to talk all this crap and be like, oh, well, you could buy this. Like, no, I just want to sell the truck, unless you do want to trade it in for something. Oh, your communications troop. Very, very rad, man. Well, awesome, dude. Heck yeah. I was, so that means you're out too. Enjoying the civilian life with that DD214. Marcus says, congrats. What's your take on manual transmission Tacomas? Worth the 3-pedal experience? Do you think that they might hold value better for resale? I think that they may sell a little bit better for the right individual that's looking for it. Especially older Tacomas because their transmissions were so bad. People did like the manual version of the 3rd gen Tacoma. But the 4th gen so far, like, people are enjoying the automatic experience. So I know that they're not making that many of them. So it may, So it may, I don't know, be more valuable to someone when they find it, right? It may hold a little bit more of a premium. But people are enjoying the automatic transmission. Tim said, just my 2 cents on the 2016 Tundra buyer. All right, so this is for that TRD Pro. A 2007, Tim's 2007 with a 5.7 liter has 308,000 miles on it. Great truck. Congrats, John, on 100,000. So if you guys want to go over to Tim's channel, Tim the Trailman, he has I believe it's Nautical Blue. Yes, Nautical Blue, 4Runner, and then also a Tundra over there, just another Toyota channel showcasing mods and everything like that. So right here on the screen, guys, Tim the Trailman. If you want to go over to his YouTube channel, click subscribe, check it out if you want more Toyota content and off-road overland experience content as well. So yeah, sir, that does stink, man. 100,000 miles on a 2020 is wild. So you've been driving. Actually, not really, because that was 4 years ago. Holy crap, life flies by. But that is unfortunately out of warranty, and you may actually have to pay some money if the transmission is bad. Hopefully, maybe you could get by with potentially a transmission flush or putting some gunk into the transmission to allow it to hold up a little bit more. But that seems very early for a old reliable 4Runner like that for a transmission to go out. But I'm sorry that happened, dude. But it's definitely out of warranty, unfortunately. David says, I've been really hot here in central New York lately, so I just started using air conditioning in my 24 Tundra Limited. Seems pretty weak. How's your Platinum? Not the best, dude. Someone said on the Facebook page that if you put it at 68 degrees and you turn your AC seats on, it'll freeze you out. And I haven't tried it in my truck, but I need to try it. Maybe I'll try it on my way to the dealership tomorrow. But it hasn't been like incredible. The Tacoma blows way colder, and even this Land Cruiser for a 4-cylinder engine blows way colder than the Tundra does. Some people use the I don't even have it. What's the name of it? That little OBD2 thing, the Carista. Some people use that to turn the allowable degrees a little bit lower on the Tundra, and people say that it works wonders. But you can try this, and I'm going to try it tomorrow too. But some dude said, and another guy said, I can verify this, that it works. 68 degrees with your ventilated seats on. Makes no sense to me, but I'm going to try it tomorrow. Guitar Dude says, just chiming in, so I may have missed this answer already. Any news on the Tacoma? I hope you're still in here because this question is 5 minutes old. However, excuse me, I will be getting the Tacoma back tomorrow. So I'll be getting the Tacoma back tomorrow, and I will fill you guys in on everything for that. But it is still waiting on a part. The case has been opened up, but it's still waiting on the part. However, the truck is drivable, and I want to start making content with it again. So we are going to rock a check engine light, but I will fill you guys all in with that. What would you pay for a 21 Tundra Pro Lunar Rock, 22,000 miles? Let's see if this has been answered by anyone yet, and it hasn't. So, man, that's hard because I don't even know what those trucks went for new. I'm going to do a shot in the dark, Justin. Let me know what it's at with you looking at it. I would say anywhere from like 50 to like some are like at 56. I'd say like 53, something like that. You could let me know what the truck is at. But I've seen some like, 2020, 2021s. I think 2020 for the Tundra was when they added the CarPlay. It may have been 2019. I think it was 2020. But a lot of those trucks with like all the tech towards the tail end of that 2.5 gen have kind of been holding their value pretty well. So I would say like low 50s to like right at 55 probably, depending on like how clean the truck is, and if it's a Crew Max, with all the options that the Tier D Pro does have. Spencer says, are you concerned about the longevity of your Land Cruiser engine, and are you going to do anything to help keep the engine from seizing up due to bearing issues? So the bearing issues right now are on the 3.4 V6, so nothing has been an issue yet for these 2.4s. Someone mentioned that the Grand Highlanders are having issues, so I'm going to need to look that up. I just realized that I didn't answer that question about which hybrid or the hybrid max for the Grand Highlander. So if you're still in here, I can't remember the name. I apologize. But the hybrid is nice because it gets a lot of gas mileage, like pretty good gas mileage. But I'm not really worried about the Land Cruiser right now until stuff starts to happen with it. And there's no preventative measures anyone can really do on their Tundras for having those engines seized. Some dudes have said, I changed my oil every 5,000. I changed it at 1,000, and the truck's still seized up. So like it doesn't matter with oil changes or anything. If unfortunately the truck was machined poorly with whatever process that they were using for whatever part that's in that, I'm sounding like an idiot right now, but whatever is causing it to fail, it's already in the engine. So there's really nothing that someone can do to unfortunately negate it, right? Because people were changing oil early and all that stuff. Oh, I see Ryan is going off down here. I apologize, Ryan. So this must be for, guess I was a little bit close, but Ryan says as well, 50 to 55 for the Tier D Pro, offer 53. So for that Tier D Pro 2021 in Lunar Rock, offer about 53. MSRP before options is 64. With options 67, and Ryan said that he sent me a PD. Oh, am I still in here? Yes, I am, because I clicked the wrong thing. Sent me a PDF of it. Is that my truck? Ryan, is this my truck? How do you have my truck? This is creepy, dude. You know where I live and everything. How'd you get my truck? So, okay, so my suggested retail price for my truck was $63.05, and I believe that is what I paid without all the options and stuff. And then you add the power running boards and the mirrors. This is my truck, Ryan. and it brings it up to 64,645, and then you add on all the extra stuff that my truck had, and it was 67. So I think I paid around 63 for the truck before like the extra options. I can't remember. I need to look at the loan. But Ryan, how'd you get my truck? The VIN was in your video. Oh, great. All my information is out there. Gosh dang it. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. So yeah, so if I sell it for like 58 to 59, you know, if I paid about 63 for it, I can't remember. It was like a year and a half ago. I think it was around that, like the base MSRP for the truck. I won't lose like a whole lot. It sucks to lose $4,000. But I know I've made that on the YouTube videos for it. And if I sell that truck for a second gen Tundra and create that content for it, right, and a couple last videos for that Tundra, it's evergreen content, and I think that it'll be all right. Florida Jake, new member to the channel, says joining your channel is like buying stock on a good product. Does that mean I have a vote in your next vehicle? So that is one thing. Eventually, like if we had like 1,000 channel members, right, or 2,000 channel members, I would love to you know, have quarterly giveaways and stuff, because you know, if that's 1,000 channel members at around $1 a piece after YouTube takes their stuff, I can afford to do some pretty cool giveaways over on our members page and stuff. And that's why I started it at $1, just so anyone could really join if they wanted to. And then I put it up to $10 for those that want to give, you know, a little bit more, and they don't have to, and I don't expect it. But yes, I would love to one day open it up to the members, be like, hey, what project car do you guys want, or what modification do you guys want on it? But we definitely need a little bit more members for that. But when that day comes, you 100% get a say in all of that. Jono says, hey John, how did you like the BP51 setup on your old Tacoma? I freaking loved it. It was really good. I'm getting that set on my 5th gen TRD Pro next month. Use it for overlanding and hauling lots of weight. It'll be very good. You'll enjoy it. The BP51 kit is great. Just make sure that you get the right springs as well in the back for your 4Runner if you are going to be towing some stuff. So Justin says that they want 58, and then Ryan said offer about 53. Again, worst thing that they could say is no, right? Do you think a 5.7 will fit in a new Land Cruiser? You can make anything fit if you cut enough stuff. Martin says, congrats on the achievement. I appreciate it. Keith says Toyota is pretty good at fixing issues. I had my Tundra frame replaced. They did everything. I mean, yeah. So like the whole thing about that, and like, yes, it sucks. It sucks that these engines are stopping, you know, for people on the highway. Like, not gonna lie, it was in my mind as I was driving my truck in the middle of Texas into Louisiana, or what, sorry. Let's get our geography right, John. Yes. Yeah, I was right. Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Florida. And I'm not going to lie, it was in the back of my mind. I'm like, what if this truck dies on me and it's 95 degrees outside, I'm on the side of the freeway with my wife and 2 dogs? Like, I don't want that to happen to anyone, but it sucks that it's happening. But people seem to forget, and this isn't John fanboying or glocking Toyota, right? But like the 5.7 had, I think, over 200,000 trucks recalled for, I believe, is a crank position sensor or something with the crankshaft. Tons of those recalled. The whole frame debacle on the 1st gen Tundra, where people were literally having to replace the frame, right? And now people are like excited 20 years later when they're like, Toyota still warranted my frame. I got a brand new frame on my truck. This recall will probably be like that. It will probably be like that because I have no idea what their fix is going to be. We're going to figure out in July. I really don't see them replacing every single engine. That would be crazy. But if they do, they do. But it may be one of those things where it sucks, but if your truck fails on you 5 years from now, 6 years from now, potentially the second owner, because it's a issue that is widely known, that it will be a free replacement in the future. That's most likely how that will be. I don't see it being a different way. There's no way that they would make someone pay for it being an issue. Especially it's happening within the first 55 to 60,000 miles. I can't remember what our latest one on Ryan's Google Doc sheet he has what the highest mileage one was. But until we see some happening at like 100,000 miles, because there are a couple 2022s out there right now with 100,000 miles, until we see one happen on that, it seems like it's sub, I want to say it's like 55 or 56. I can't remember. And if Ryan's still in here, he'll be able to tell us the highest mileage Tundra that has had a main bearing failure. Any upcoming road trips or events? So I did just do a road trip to Texas. We went to Texas in the Tundra. I did not document it or anything like that. Just wanted to enjoy a little worry-free vacation with the dogs and the wife. We went to Texas with the Tundra. It performed the way the truck was supposed to. I completely ruined that truck by putting dope-looking tires on it and a nice lift kit, and the truck looks absolutely great. But it is not a road trip vehicle anymore. A lot of wind noise. I was able to cruise 75, 80, no problem. Got like 17 miles a gallon there, about 16 miles per gallon coming back. Granted, coming back, there was about 400 pounds worth of a cow in the bed of the truck from the cow that my mother-in-law and father-in-law slaughtered for us. So it's pretty good. But the truck drove great, but I definitely ruined it by making it look cool, unfortunately. Potentially going to go down to Tampa soon. That would be really cool. I don't know if my wife is on here, but we're trying to figure out a way to make a certain property that I found, just going like this on Zillow like I always do. It's on like 20 acres, which would be so cool. So we may road trip down there. And then conveniently at the same time, our house in Arizona, the tenants are moving out of it. And that may be a home base for when we go out west. I would like to do a camping trip soon, and if I do pull the trigger on this second gen Tundra, it is that would be up in Atlanta area, I believe. All right, so for the Tundra issues, the highest mileage one is 69,000 miles on it. So that's actually, that's getting up there. So with that one being at 69,000, there may be one that happens in the future close to 100. And Ryan says average of these main bearings happening is still at around 29,500 miles. And it has remained with around the 28 to 30,000 mileage range, with the lowest one being 147 miles. And I believe, Ryan, that was on that recent 2024 hybrid, right? If I'm not mistaken. So it sucks that this is happening, but hopefully with how widespread of a recall this is, it may be like those things with the Tundra frames and stuff that Toyota will just warranty it forever. All right. Spencer, what is up, man? How's it going? So we've already been on for an hour, guys. If you guys are just hopping in, I will show the play button again because I love this thing. I'm going to drink some water real quick as well. Boom. Not sure if we'll ever get 1,000,001, but if we do, we do. That'd be awesome. But I enjoy the community that we have grown here, and it's been absolutely just the coolest thing ever. Spencer says, need an opinion. Should I look into purchasing the new Land Cruiser or wait for the 4Runner TRD Pro? So the new Land Cruiser you could get cheaper than most likely the TRD Pro. I have a bad gut feeling that the TRD Pro is going to be about $70,000, which is just going to be wild. That would be absolutely wild. However, this sucks to say because I am such a 4Runner lover. I had the 2nd gen. I love my 5th gen. One day I'll have a barn with a Toyota Trekker all the way up to a 6th gen 4Runner, and if they make a 7th gen, I will have one of every single generation just in that barn, fully restored or built out the way that I want them to be. But I would go with the Land Cruiser, and it stinks because at least for now, like the 4Runner has a lot of Tacoma going on it. It is 4Runner in its own way. But the interior is very Tacoma. I just like that the Land Cruiser, even though it's a global platform throughout the whole world, right? It's a Prado in other areas of the world. I just like that its interior is unique. I like that the look of the vehicle is unique in the North America lineup, you know? Even though the 4Runner is pretty unique in its own way, it's just, I don't know. I don't know. But I will still get a 6th Gen 4Runner. But if the prices were close, I feel like you get a little bit more features with the Land Cruiser than you do the TRD Pro. It's all-wheel drive, center locking diff, rear locking diff, a bit more actual off-road focused, even though the 4Runner TRD Pro is very off-road focused as well. The Land Cruiser just has a bit more. And Ryan says that one with only 179 miles was actually a 23 capstone. Okay, I didn't know if that was that 2024, unfortunately, that went down, but I wasn't sure of the miles on that. Any updates on the new 4Runner? We do not have any updates on it yet. No pricing, no MPG, nothing like that. I do have a save the date to drive the vehicle, though, so I'm not sure if there will be any information leading up to that. Toyota asked for me not to say the date or location yet for it, but I did get a save the date later this year. So yeah, a couple months. Just leave it at that. Thanks, Jono. Appreciate it. Jono also says, sometimes car companies screw up, but the fact that they're recalling is good. Just growing pains with the platform. That's 100% true. It stinks, but like, you know, not covering for them, but at least they're acknowledging it, right? There's a lot of car manufacturers that have issues with things like Chevy with their... oh my gosh, what is going in their engines all the time? In the Ecotechs, the 5.3s and the valves? No, rods? I don't know. Something goes in those all the time, blowing up them engines and stuff. But yeah, at least Toyota acknowledges it. They're trying to find a fix for it. It sucks in the interim, right? But hopefully they fix it, man. And hopefully there's no more issues with these trucks. And hopefully the Tacoma is a lot better. The Tundra definitely got off to a very rough start. You know, no excuses and stuff, but it was kind of post-COVID and during COVID and all that other BS and stuff. But at the same time, it's been a couple years after that. Like they've had their time to fix like the tiny things, right? All these trucks failing and stuff in the beginning, that's all stuff that they can't fix now, right? But there is a lot of stuff that they could be able to fix on those trucks. And having that 2024, it feels like some of the stuff that they have, that recent 1794 edition that I had, it feels like they have fixed some things, right? The wind noise of that truck was silent. They had no headliner rattling. That was an issue with people. Back windows wasn't making noise. I didn't hear any bed creaking on that truck. There was some interior finishes that still creaked a little bit. But so some things they are doing better, and there's, I'm sure, a ton of stuff behind the scenes that me as a YouTube content creator, I don't see, right? So I'm sure they're doing a lot more behind the scenes than what we see as us just consumers, right? So I shouldn't be talking the way that, you know, I am, that they're not fixing anything. But like, I'm sure there's a ton of stuff going on in the, you know, behind the scenes that we don't see. But it still just seems like people on the Facebook page are still having issues like with brand new trucks, which nothing's going to be perfect. But it just, I don't know. People like to complain, it seems like. But you're spending good money, so you have to. Devious says, did you see the YouTuber Mark Brenner video? Did you see the Mark Brenner YouTube video on him dissing Untamed? He unfortunately took it down, and then I haven't seen it yet. I thought it was funny and spot on. Also, congrats on 100K. I've been subbed since my 2019 TRD Pro Tacoma. So, like this was saying, like I remember Devious because that Tacoma, the Voodoo Blue right there, what they're saying. Do you remember your first subscriber, your 100th, your 1,000th? I do remember. So I appreciate all the support this whole time, man. And again, you know, like I talk about certain things on this channel. Untamed talks about certain things on his channel. Mark talks about certain things on his channel. Everyone talks about certain things. If certain channels aren't your cup of tea, you don't have to stick around. YouTube is an ever-growing platform, and people can watch whoever they want to watch, you know. But I did not see Mark's video. That sounds hilarious if it's a satire video or something like that, right? I didn't see his video. I wish I did. I've been traveling so much and whatnot, but I didn't see his video. I didn't know he made a whole video about it. I saw his recent video with the Raptor, and he kind of mentioned, not him specifically, but it was kind of about it, I guess, with certain videos that he's been making lately. But I did not see that one. I'm going to have to text him about that. Mark's a cool dude. I enjoyed his company and stuff when I was in California and even at Jeff Westcott's in Arizona. Very successful guy. YouTube as a hobby, runs a very successful business as well. Dude is grinding, man. Grinding. John says, I have a 16 Tacoma TRD Pro with 36,000 miles, looking to buy a new TRD Pro Tacoma. Should I wait until 25? I would wait until 25 just because, like, the 24s are just now rolling out and the 25s are about to roll out as well. So I would wait for a 25 just to have the newest one, for resale value, and because, like, all these hybrids coming out, dude, we're almost in June. Like, the next Tacoma model year is probably going to come out like September, October timeframe. So July, August, September. That's like 3 months potentially. I'm not exactly sure when the new Tacomas will come out. Maybe like November timeframe. Because I'm not sure how they're going to change for this new generation, but it won't be a staggered rollout, most likely, like it was for the first year. Just like Tundra, it was a staggered rollout from normal iForce to iForce Max, so that you had the normal iForces come out around December, and then the iForce Maxes came out March, April. The Tacoma, man, they're taking a while because they came out like 1 or 2, maybe December, but it seemed like a bulk of them came January, February. And then now these hybrids are finally coming out June, July, and the next gen or the next model year may come out in like November-ish at the latest, potentially December. So if it was me, I would just wait at this point if I can. If a screaming deal comes up, the color you want, you'd like the Terra more and stuff, I think that the mud bath on the Tacoma is going to look better than the Terra. Terra looks cool, but yeah. Or, honestly, underground TRD Pro with a red interior, that'd be sick too. Spencer says, thanks, bro. Always a fun time. Always a fan of your videos. Congrats on the play button. I appreciate it. Ryan says, lowest 24 is about 1,000 miles or something like that. TRD Pro. That was the 24. I thought that was, I thought that there was a Platinum Blueprint Tundra on the Facebook page. You may have been off of the Facebook group by that time. Active fuel management for the lifters. That's right, the lifters. That is true. JL says, congrats, John. And Jono says, I wonder if they will skip they will skip 24 hybrid taco and just release the 25 hybrid. They are out. They are trickling out to dealerships. Not a whole bunch, but they are trickling out. So guys, we will go until 9 o'clock if you all want. Nice little hour and a half for a live stream, but I am caught up. Holy crap. On the questions. So if you guys have any more questions about anything, don't have to just be talking Toyota or whatever. You guys can ask whatever questions you want. Don't be afraid. People will just see your little name. It's not that big of a deal, So whatever question, there's no stupid questions. There are some stupid questions, but there's no stupid questions. Whatever you guys want to ask, go ahead. John says, hey, John, congrats on 100K subs. Thank you so much. Well-deserved. Glad you haven't sold your 4Runner yet. I will never sell this 4Runner. I will never sell the 4Runner. My water's in the way. I will never sell it, but I would consider giving it away. I would, not for free. Not for free. It would be some sort of a raffle. Those are kind of successful, kind of not, but I feel like it has to be the right vehicle, the right amount of hype, and the right way to go about it. I don't want to sell it or get rid of it because I feel like replacing it in the future, like I said, for my barn that would have one of every single generation, I feel like the 5th gen that I fill that barn with would not live up to what this one has been for me, like memories-wise, what it's given me and stuff. If I had to replace this one with a 5th gen in the future, I would look for a solar octane TRD Pro. But I don't know. I don't know if I could ever get rid of this. But if I did, it would 100% be some sort of giveaway, raffle style. And that's how whatever. I'm going to say it. And this is what I almost didn't say earlier. That will be how we get rid of the Tacoma, is a giveaway like that. So you 80 dudes in here right now and dudettes, and it's 2024, so whatever. That will be the way that the Tacoma leaves the channel. Will be some sort of a raffle style giveaway. Very limited entries, which means it won't be high dollar, but it will be very limited entries. So it won't be like spend $1 and get 1 entry, and someone spends $100 on clothes and they get 100 entries. It'll literally be like 1 entry a person, and everyone that has collaborated with me on that Tacoma, companies wise, I'm gonna try to get with them to get either gift cards to their company products. So it'll be a good time, and I'm gonna see if there's a way that I can make that like my style of giveaway. So if people decide to replicate that giveaway in the future, they know that it came from me, which would be cool. Ryan says, I'm sure there have been more failures since I am taking my sabbatical from Facebook. I think there has, but that may have been the 24 Tacoma or Tundra then that I'm thinking of. Any word on if the new 4Runner TRD Pro will have an exclusive color? Is it the tan / sand color? It is the mud bath color. Yes, it is the mud bath color. The one that you have seen on my channel, Larry, that is the exclusive color for 2025 for all TRD Pros. If you want to go over to the community tab of my YouTube here, you can go see it. We have seen it on the Sequoia now, Tundra, Tacoma, on that little post. George says, congratulations, John. Keep bringing the videos. I will. Florida Jake says, have you had any of your vehicles ceramic coated and or PPF'd? So I have ceramic coated my Tacoma, actually. I documented it here on YouTube. Maybe about a month ago was that video. So I have put ceramic coat on it. The ceramic coat is holding up nicely for the most part. And PPF is a bit more expensive. I kind of wish that I did PPF on the Tacoma, or at least like the front of it, for especially traveling to the West Coast and back with the truck. But it's not bad. Like, I take care of my stuff. A lot of stuff you guys don't see behind the scenes. I have my detailer, Chris, the one that did that video for me. He's washed the 4Runner probably 3 or 4 times, the Tundra 3 or 4 times. He detailed the Tacoma since it was back, went over it, made sure that everything was good. He's detailed the Land Cruiser. So like, there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff of taking care of these vehicles that I don't always put on YouTube. So it's not like someone, if they do win the Tacoma, is just gonna get a truck that I just beat the absolute piss out of in Moab. No, the truck will be gone through, make sure all the suspension components are right, the wheels, the tires properly aligned, detailed, everything good for the new owner of any of my vehicles, even my Tundra. If I do decide to sell it, right, I still have to go get the steering wheel a little bit more realigned from the alignment shop because their computer failed on them. So they were able to align the truck, but they weren't able to get the steering wheel right. So I want to make that right with it. I could just sell the Tundra tomorrow, and not take it to the dealership to get the service done on it. But I want to get the service done on it. I want them to look at the window seals that are still kind of making noise on the truck, and a couple other things too with the truck before I sell it. I don't like giving a vehicle to somebody if it has some sort of an issue that I could have fixed. Battle Royale death match, last one standing for John's Tacoma. So little do you guys know that is your ticket to win it. No, that'd be ridiculous. That'd be good content. No, it'll be a fun way. It'll be a fun way, and there will be one winner of the truck, right? But there will be multiple winners throughout all of it. And I feel like the best way to go about it would be to donate proceeds to a charity as well. Because like, once I announce that giveaway, you guys are all going to be like, oh, John's making this much money on the truck, right? Like, because it'll be easy to do the math, like how many things I have for sale at what price. So it'll be easy to do the math. But like, what people don't know is, and you guys may be new subscribers, but I did give away a vehicle in the past. Yoda Mafia and I teamed up for a 4th gen Tacoma, or a 4Runner. And we gave that away. It was a V8. We built it up and stuff. And we did that one through merchandise. And it was pretty good, but like, just the lawyers alone to do a legitimate giveaway, I think it was like $6,000. And then obviously I have to pay off the vehicle as well. So that is a factor. All the merchandise, the patches, the shirts, the mailing them out, like all that stuff starts to add up. So obviously, no business person gets into a business to lose profit, right? They don't like to. But there will be a substantial profit there. But I also do want to donate some money to a local veterans charity or Florida Veterans or something like that, because we've done a lot of stuff with them in the past down in Tampa area. Jono says that my dad just sold his FJ80 after 25 years of ownership and 250,000 miles. He sees them around and always says that he wished that he never sold. Don't do that with your 5th gen 4Runner. It'll be hard for me to sell my 5th gen. I know. That's why I won't sell it, but if I give it away, it'll stink, but I know that someone will be enjoying the vehicle. And if that particular person ever wanted to part ways with the vehicle, then I would buy it back in a heartbeat if I gave it away. Which powertrain is the best? 4.0 or 3.5? I currently have a 2011 with the 4.0 and was curious about the reliability and power of the 3rd gens. So the 3.5, it's a good little engine. The bad thing about the Tacoma, the 3rd gen, is the transmission. The 3.5 is a very peppy engine, and it likes to rev out. It really likes to rev out, and that's where you get a good amount of the power. But the 4.0 has, I believe, a little bit better of kind of lower end torque with it, and with the 5-speed transmission on the 4.0, it's just a little bit better of a driving experience. And then last question is from Nate, guys. So I appreciate everyone that stopped in for the live stream. It is 9 o'clock, so we will be wrapping up. But the question from Nate says, what's your opinion on trading in my 24 Tundra for a new Tacoma, or a new, holy crap, dude, for a new 4Runner when they come out? Also, congratulations, man. Thank you so much, Nate. I don't think that that's an issue at all. You know, I mean, it just depends too, because you're going from a full-size truck to an SUV. So, you know, consider space and everything. Think too, in this time from when you bought your 24 Tundra up until when you potentially buy that 4Runner, did you utilize the truck bed as much as you thought you did? Did you tow a lot with it? Did you use your truck for truck things? Because if not, then when the time that 4Runner comes up, I think that is an easier decision. But if you really use your truck for truck things, then I would potentially or consider it twice. But at the end of the day, you could always rent a trailer from Home Depot, right? And throw that stuff into the trailer. Or the 4Runner has a rear window that goes down, and a lot of people use their 4Runners as trucks. I've seen so many 4Runners with I've done it with that 4Runner. Have 2x4s and I have a whole bunch of stuff just out the back window of the 4Runner and stuff, just because the window rolls down. You get to put a little towel on your center console, have that long freaking piece of board or whatever go out, put plywood on the roof rack. I've done that with that 4Runner. I've probably hauled more stuff, more construction. Actually, never mind. We renovated a house with this new truck. So I was going to say, my old Tundra, the white Tundra, I did way more construction stuff with this 4Runner than I did that truck. This new Platinum, I've actually done a lot of construction stuff with it. But guys, I appreciate everyone coming out for the 100K unboxing. I know that it was a last-minute live stream, but for everyone that came out, I appreciate it. On your guys' way out, if you could leave a like button for those who did not see the live stream tonight. If you hit like on your way out, and for all videos in the future, it allows the other subscribers to see the video a little bit better in their notification box. So guys, I appreciate you all. Ryan, Nate, Ray, Nikki, Daniel, Larry, Blake, Jono, AR, Florida Jake, new member dude. Thank you guys so much. Everyone for popping in. And if I missed a name, Spencer, John the Wise, everyone, JL as well. Everyone that's just in the last couple scrolls of everyone popping in. I appreciate you guys. Have a great rest of your week. It is Wednesday, right? It's Wednesday. It's hump day. So get through the rest of your week and enjoy your weekend, guys. I appreciate you all. Thank you.